Daryl, you reached out to several Alabama Democratic delegates. Are they all in for Kamala?
Not so certain, Ben. Giselle, the delegates I spoke with seem to be in a wait-and-see mode. What is clear tonight is Biden's decision to drop out of the race has sent shockwaves throughout the Democratic Party. The focus now shifts to who could be his replacement, as the Democratic nominee, with support already trickling in for Vice President Kamala Harris.
President Joe Biden's announcement to discontinue his re-election bid comes days after mounting pressure from fellow Democrats to reconsider his decision to remain in the race. A number of Democratic figures praised the president for his years of service to the American people while weighing in on the future of their party and who could be his replacement. Former President Barack Obama, in a letter in part, saying, "We will be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have confidence that leaders of our party will create a process for which an outstanding nominee emerges." Bill and Hillary Clinton, the former president and first lady, already backing Vice President Kamala Harris, saying in part, "We join millions of Americans in thanking President Biden. We are honored to join the president in endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris and will do whatever we can to support her." The president himself backing his vice president on X, saying in part, "I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party." Democratic figures in Alabama are applauding what the vice president has accomplished. Bernard Simulton, as an Alabama delegate to the Democratic National Convention who will cast a vote for his nominee of choice, says he's waiting to see who else will be in the running for the nomination.
The only candidate that has announced and has been cleared in terms of filing with the FEC is Kamala Harris. It would be very presumptuous of me to say, well, yes, I will endorse her, and don't know who all the candidates are in the field.
Alabama House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels Sunday saying he's willing to back whoever the nominee will be, but he says the main focus for Democrats is to once again win the White House.
If Vice President Harris is the nominee, I'm all in. But the delegates are the ones that's going to have the last say into who becomes the nominee. We have to position ourselves the best possible way to win the presidency in November.
As of tonight, CBS News is reporting Vice President Kamala Harris is a frontrunner to be the next Democratic nominee. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro are possible picks for running mates, and if Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is chosen, it would be the first all-female presidential ticket.
And without a doubt, Democrats will have to move fast as the news of President Biden dropping out comes just weeks ahead of the Democratic National Convention set to begin on August 19th.